Nate Griggs is actually doing some work in there. How's it going, bruh? Show him actually doing some work.
All right.
Hold on. There you go. Need a filmer.
Oh, Nate getting at it, boy.
The kid actually has to do some work. Well, it's either me or you. So guess what? He doing it. Yeah! Look, there's Carter. Is that the way Dad told him to go? Are you literally standing on the beans?
Yeah.
Ew! Oh my gosh, really?
I'm trying to break them loose, I like the bricks. Get the tractor, go forward and slam on the brakes.
That's what we tried and it's not working. They are literally just mush back there. Whee! Nate, you used to love doing that as a kid. Come on, man. Oh, we gonna get to, hey, you used to do that as a kid too. You used to get in there.
Yeah.
These two have been friends since, how long y'all been friends with? Like, two, probably about 10 years. They've known each other forever. Middle school, right? Yeah, middle school. Oh, and now this year they're gonna be 21. Help us all, please. Oh, hey! Oh, look at, yeah, there you go, John. I'll send that to your mom, say he actually worked today.
Hey, I work every day.
Look at this. This is hilarious. And slide down the beans. Slide down the beans.
This is a workout, though.
It is a workout.
Too fat for all this. Twisted extra slap full of wet beans.
Hey, y'all are young, you can do it. If I get in there and do it, I might as well just, you know, put a gravestone in there, I'm dead. These beans are much better. Little Carter, oh. Woo, I can smell them too, they smell ripe. What'd you say that, this stuff would be like gourmet on people's plates?
You got every option you want.
What are you gonna charge, $100?
Black eyed peas, edamame, green peas, green beans.
Wet beans.
We've got edamame. We've got regular soybeans, green beans, black eyed peas. What you need? Seriously, Nate, put that on like Facebook.
Crunch. There you go. Kookaburra.
Oh, Kookaburra. They'll give you some crunch on there too. I can't believe y'all are standing on top of that stuff. Look at that. That's how much is in there.
So much is so wet.
Oh, I know.
I hope you know if I start this, we're gonna have to get back in here.
I know, I was gonna say.
I don't even know. I think if you actually like drove around the field, I mean, and you've been driving around the field bumping it around, right? And it's still stuck?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get a shovel.
That was what kept packing it down.
I don't know. Ever since he cut that small field, it's just bad.
Yeah,
so.
ever since we left that field down there.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Well, there goes about $550 worth of diesel. Maybe I'll get an electric combine when they come out. Just kidding. I don't want that headache. I ain't doing nothing this morning except cutting the lawn. Believe it or not, there are a few scattered beans out through here. This is some of the last double crop beans we planted, and it got extremely dry by this point. And some of these thinner spots of the field just did not get good germination on them. We'll be out of this mess in a second though. Should have come in here with Roundup and done a little spot spraying, but I just didn't have any desire to spray any more $53 per gallon Roundup. Today we're going to try and get done with this 120 acres of beans I wanted to cut. We're going to get back to picking cotton tomorrow. We got about 58 acres to cover today to make that happen. But we got to move through Jackson to get to the last farm, which is always a bright spot in my day. We're getting a little bit later start this morning than what I wanted to. Good gosh, I can't wait to see all this stuff mown down. Had to clean some green beans out of the buggy. There's some really wet green beans that got stuck that I harvested yesterday. And then of course every morning you got a frost. It takes a little longer to dry up and be ready to go, because first the frost has to melt before it can start drying up. So I think tonight's supposed to be the last night of freezing temperatures we're supposed to have, and it's supposed to warm up the rest of the week. Anyway, we're just going to try and mow through these beans as quickly as possible. Hopefully get done. Maybe with any luck we'll get done before dark, although I don't see that happening. Alright, now you just stay down here. I think we can fit the rest of this field in that buggy before we go back up front. Well, we're making pretty good time today. We got, I don't know, about 6-7 acres left on this farm. Shouldn't take long. Well, this morning I finally got my crop insurance claim on my corn settled up. They got everything figured, and I should be getting a check in the mail here pretty soon. But basically, counting Madison County and Crockett County together, our corn crop, we came up around 19,000 bushels short of what our guaranteed production was. Now, I'm not going to get into all the nuts and bolts of crop insurance. I did a video back a month or so ago about how crop insurance works and using our corn crop specifically. So if you didn't watch that, you won't know how crop insurance works, I highly suggest you go watch that first. Otherwise, what I'm telling you now really won't make a lot of sense. But anyway, because we had all of our corn insured at the 70% level guaranteed of our APH. Heck, this year I wish I'd done higher, seeing how we got a big claim. But we came up about 19,000 bushels short on production in both counties, and the spring price of corn was $5.90. So at $5.90, that means we should receive a check from crop insurance for about $112,000. Here's the kicker. I know I'm going to get that. I'm guaranteed to get that. But right now we're in the middle of October, and the fall price for corn is currently being set. When October's done, they're going to figure out what the average price for December corn all throughout the month of October is, and that's what's going to be our fall price. And currently, right now, the price of corn for December is $6.76. Now, I don't know what the average price is going to be, but I think corn's been fairly steady so far in October. So say the October average price of December corn comes in at $6.70 a bushel. That means that my crop insurance payment will go from $112,000 up to $127,000. So I won't actually know what my crop insurance payment for our corn is going to be until after the month of October, but looks like it's definitely going to be pretty sizable. So, you know, I've personally been buying crop insurance myself since I took over the farm in 2005. I haven't added up my total dollar amount of premiums, but what I'm going to get off of crop insurance this year will likely make up for those premiums that I paid on crop insurance for the last 17 years. And then not only that, in order to qualify for any disaster payments that the federal government might give us, you're required to have crop insurance. So, you know, that could open the door if there are any kind of disaster payments. But if there are any disaster payments, those wouldn't come until probably this time next year. And I haven't heard any talk about any kind of disaster payments or anything. You know, if that's going to be decided, it's probably going to be in the coming months. But I'm definitely not expecting that to happen. I'm not looking for it to happen, but there's still the chance that it could happen. You hear that ding going off right there? Got some other potentially exciting news. Just out of the blue, I had this guy inquire about the job here on our farm, filling Zach's position. and he actually approached me about the job and shocked me, because this is not the type of guy that I would expect to apply for that type of position. He is extremely educated, highly qualified. He knows more about agronomy than what I do. Apparently he's interested in getting back into actual production agriculture and doing some other stuff on the side. So if in fact we can make this work, this guy could be a tremendous asset to our farm. So we got a whole lot of details we got to iron out, but maybe, just maybe, the good Lord is sending us someone who could just be an outstanding asset for our farm going forward. So that's all I'm going to say on the matter now. It's we got a long ways to go before it's finalized, but I'd say right now the prospects of it are looking very promising and got me really excited. So that's something that's really been weighing on the back of my mind for, you know, a couple months now, ever since we weren't able to hire the full-time replacement after Zach left us in August. You know, I kind of put it on the back burner because I realized that anybody worth hiring is not going to leave who they're currently working with in the middle of the growing season. You know, we got Nate out here temporarily to help us through harvest, you know, kind of helping them out as he's in between jobs. But this is not the long-term career that he wants, but he's doing us a favor by helping us out, and we're doing him a favor by giving him employment until he takes the next step in looking for his right career. So anyway, like I said, that's all I'm going to say about that. Hopefully I'll have some more updates for you in the future. And I just ask that you say a prayer that we can make this happen, because this could potentially mean great things for this farm. You know, all this excitement, I think calls for something special here.
For a moonshine still, strangers ain't come down from Rocky Top, reckon they never will. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, woo! Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Yep, that's right. I'm still basking in the joy of beating Alabama. Speaking of which, I think I just saw Jalen Hyde just run past me. He's still running with the football. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be rubbing it in for a while. Why are you not planting next to the edge, Carter?
I am. I'm just going straight from the other side of the field. Dang.
Looks like you leave about 10 feet away from the edge.
I know what I'm doing. Dang. I've been doing the same stuff since I started.
Oh, we got an expert here. He's been doing it a whole 2 days. He knows what he's doing. You know who that reminds me of? Myself, when I was his age. Now, I'm pretty sure those words, I knew what I'm doing, came out of my mouth quite a few times when I was younger and talking with my dad. Thank God, we made it over here safe and sound over here at the Baker farm. Tell you what, 3 o'clock when school's letting out is not the optimum time to be moving. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. Anyway, we got about 30 acres over here on this farm. Should be some fairly easy cutting, a little bit smoother ground than what I've been on. Hopefully we'll make quick work of this stuff and get stuff moved back home. this evening. But man, look at the damage that both the drought did and what the deer did. Look, I mean, look how short these beans are all the way out here. That's not all due to drought. A lot of that is deer damage over here. I mean, they just wore these beans out all summer long. And that's what we're seeing a big problem with our farms here in the city. As more and more development goes on, the habitat that these deer is in shrinks more and more. There's less stuff for them to feed on too, so they kind of congregate more into the few woods that are around here. If you got beans over in this area, that's one of their favorite foods. I've really noticed that problem picking up more and more, you know, the last 5 or 6 years as these subdivisions and development has grown here in the surrounding areas in Jackson. So if y'all happen to watch that TV show that we were on, the American Farm on History, remember one of the episodes we dealt with a problem with some kids and stuff riding four-wheelers on our farm and riding through the crops and everything else, and we felled some trees, try and block them out of there, chase them around the field, everything. Anyway, that was this farm right here, and we pretty much solved our issue on that farm, especially a few years ago when the landowner had this farm logged, you know, pretty much destroyed all their trails. Well, we didn't have any more problems out of people in this subdivision right next to us until this summer. You know, we had wheat on this farm. We cut the wheat in June, then we planted double crop soybeans immediately behind it. Now, if you notice, right up here, we got a big bare spot. Well, right after July 4th, that was a big black spot right there. See, there's no wheat residue or anything right there. Nothing but weeds and a few beans that happened to survive. Anyway, what happened is, I guess the folks in the subdivision over here thought that this would be a good place to go set off some fireworks for the 4th of July. In the middle of summer, in the middle of a drought, when everything is bone dry, and in the middle of a wheat field that is nothing but dry wheat straw. That's some genius thinking right there, wasn't it? Anyway, when Zach came over here to spray these beans with a post-emerge herbicide, he saw that, and they actually left the firework containers, wrappers and stuff, right there in that spot. Well, apparently when they were shooting off fireworks, they set the field on fire. And fortunately, I don't know how they did, but fortunately they got the fire put out before it spread much more. I've got a crop planted there. They go off in the middle of my field where I've got my crop planted, shoot fireworks, nothing but wheat straw all around here. That's, I mean, it goes up quicker than newspaper with gasoline on it. Fortunately, they did get it put out before it wiped this field out completely, before it got off in the woods next to the subdivision. And if it got in there, I mean, you got a whole subdivision with houses and stuff at risk. And then not to mention, I got this property gated off best as I can. I got no trespassing signs up all around the property, and they still thought that they just helped themselves to this property. Tell you what, some folks just ain't got any kind of respect anymore. But thank the good Lord, it wasn't worse than what it easily could have been. All right, got the first two fields on this farm done. Got one more, but we got to drop the head and go down one of the worst stretches of road in West Tennessee. At least one of the worst stretches of road to go down with farm equipment in West Tennessee. As good as he's doing planting my cover crops, I might have another driver to plant some wheat this fall. I don't think he likes doing that as much as he likes bush hog and stalks, but he's really taking to it pretty good. All right, well, this ought to be interesting. Hopefully it's not too interesting though. I hate this curve right here with all my heart. Now we got some good Halloween decorations up on this road. I like the way these people think. Yay, we made it. Only 2 cars. Tell you what, I may get rid of my zero turn mower next year, just mow my yard with this. 35 feet wide is a heck of a lot better than 5 feet wide. It does a pretty good job. Well, we are getting done just right as the sun's setting. And Carter's not too far behind me on getting the cover crops planted. All the cover crops will be planted. All my contracts with NRCS will be done. One less thing I gotta worry about. I'm so happy. Now we just gotta get all this stuff back home, get swapped over for cotton, and tomorrow be ready to get back into the fluffy white stuff. So I'm gonna end it here, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you back out here tomorrow in the cotton field.